Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new round of Ultimate League Season 22 as we find ourselves here in round number 8 here in Taupo. And today we find ourselves here in the middle of the North Island in New Zealand. You can see right here it is the second of Taupo. And yeah, it is a track that features a few smooth hairpins as well, some small kinks and other types of turns, but the main feature of this track is definitely going to be those sort of small or larger chicanes that you can see right there. For instance, the last three turns of this track are extremely tricky. The gyros definitely need to have some fast reflexes in order to be fast there, and going side by side is definitely a big no-no, so it's definitely going to be a little bit tricky, especially in lap number 1, where we might definitely see a lot of chaos happening and maybe some huge shake-up in terms of positions. And in the meantime, whoever started on pole position will be starting around the outside, which seriously they're going to be under huge threat from whoever is going to be starting in second place. So that is pretty much it. There's no rain expected for today, so let's get ourselves into the qualifying session. Alright, so soon the drivers should be starting their qualifying session, as you can see right here in the current standings. You can then see here Flicks now currently leading the way with 12 points of an advantage to Aussie, as Aussie definitely been struggling lately. And yeah, then we see then one time also leading the way at the front with now SCP and LEC battle each other in his standings. And once again with Aussie finishing only P9, that has really hurt him quite a lot. But now we see that here in this qualifying session, a track where it is quite simple in a certain way, but there are some sections, for instance like these final 3 turns, where the drivers need to have their reflexes up there in order to hit some good laps. But let's see now, we are ending the first lap here as we see now Figueira looking to be on provisional pole. Then it is Flicks in second place, followed by Yoa then in third place, as he's definitely been strong in qualifying this season with 2 pole positions so far. As now we see Flicks with a mistake there. But yeah, as you see, the one times really looking quick, probably going to be battling for that race win among themselves. But yeah, Aussie though, if he wants to have a chance on that title, he needs to improve his game essentially, as yeah, last race was really quite a bit of a disaster. In the meantime, I don't think no one will improve on this second lap, at least not towards the front, as we see Matimar actually getting himself into a P7. Then the surprise from last week, Ludwig, who made his debut, is now tied with Corvid, who won the race last time around. That was a very surprising win. But now, as you see, we are about then to end this qualifying session. There's only 3 corners to go here. Let's see who's gonna be on pole positions. We see it is Figo, who managed to improve. Flicks did also improve, but very crucial improvement there from Figo, because otherwise that pole position would be snatched by his own teammates. And so, as we see then here, the starting grid, you got Figueira, then starting on pole position, then it's Flicks, then in second place, then you got Yoa there in third place, followed by Hernandi, who's tied with Aussie. Then you got Menbergout here starting P6 with F1 Fan, now in P7. Then you got Matimar, Corvid, and then Ludwig closing the top 10. Then you see Ricky Boy here in P11, followed by Vicione, then Smita Timika, followed then by Nikhil, Albono, Juruni, and then Lexus running up the grid here. So yeah, everyone under 1 second in this qualifying session, as we got I think only one Mayhem Racing car, so there's only 17 drivers here for today's race. But let's get ourselves in here. It is a nice bright sunny day here in the New Zealand. Alright, here we go then. The race is about to start, and all the lights go out. Then as we see Figueira starting around the outside, but as we see Flicks not going to do anything to him. He's now going to be keeping the 1-2 here right at the beginning, as we got now Yoa and Aussie going side by side there for P4. As we see Hernandi also staying close to the 1 times there. He goes up things out of Flicks there. Can he take second place there? We got Yoa now causing some mayhem there. As we see now the drivers just complete chaos on those turns that are just so tricky to drive along. So imagine with someone else side by side, as we see a lot of chaos already. As we got now Figo leading the way, Yoa in second. Now we got this huge chaos now in the battle for third. as we see quite a lot of tries now. He's got Manberg goes up into third place. We see Nandi going wide. I think he got punted by someone there. As we see now Ozzy suddenly getting with this as Flicks. He's just absolutely drowning in this grid here. Look at that, he's down, I think, yeah, in P8. So this is really a huge disaster of a start from Flicks. And I would say it's very fair to say that it may have been caused by the likes of Yoa and Nandi with the ping and all of that. So yeah, things I think the work has been cut out now for Figo, who can now just settle into this pace and just bring this one home essentially and get that race win. As we see now Flicks now just trying to recover. He gets himself now into P5 against F1 Fan, who definitely has been on a very good form lately, with the race winner then in second place. I mean third in the previous round in the Eastern Island. But yeah, it was actually a race we could have won, but sadly he has some technical issues. Now we see here F1 Fan now just following Flicks, but towards the back we might see some more battles. We got Albono with Martmar, Lexus and also Juroni. And in the meantime we see Biscione already pitting. We're waiting for a very early pit stop here. Not sure if that's gonna work out for him. But then we got here Ozzy crucially in third place. We need to think about the title fights. It's only 12 points separating Ozzy from Flicks. And then after this round there's only gonna be 2 races, so yeah, it is 64 points in total up for grabs. So yeah, as you see, I think this could be one of those seasons where the title is only decided on the final round. But yeah, we see also Nandi in a lot of battling here. He has 2 very inexperienced drivers right behind him. We've got Mika to Mika there. Oh my god, just looking to be in a little bit of a like rocket there. But yeah, Nandi definitely not finding this race easier right now. So you got Ludwig trying to get himself up the inside. Matimar also getting himself, trying to take advantage of the chaos. As we see now Mika to Mika going wide there, but somehow he's still on the track here. As we see Ludwig now having to, I think perhaps lose the position, but no, he still continues to battle. Now they go both wide. There was a hell of a crash there. Oh my god, really a huge crash. Now we see also F1 Fan and Corvid as well. This may allow Flicks to just get away. But yeah, I think Ozzy probably liking what he sees. I think this is giving him a chance to battle for the title, because yeah, last race P9 finish, that was terrible. Once again, I think he may have been involved in a lot of the chaos. So yeah, as we see, everyone really started on the soft tires, so that is interesting. Although not hard to see why that will be the case. Because yeah, we still didn't see here Ozzy now perhaps losing member goat, I think, which is also good for him. As we see now, ooh, it's like everyone is pitting, so this tire seems like it can only last 7 laps. But we see F1 Fan now just trying his luck here. Obviously there's no rain expected for today, so that is a very crucial fact. And yes, we see F1 Fan perhaps just trying to take some of that Figueroa slipstream, but I don't think he can really keep up on those tires. Oh, but Figo makes a very big mistake now. This could give Yoa a good chance to catch him. And oh boy, that would be quite crucial. Maybe Figueroa is still a little bit rusty. But yeah, this is not going to be dive bombing everyone like it did in the previous race. I think it was just having fun out there. But today he can definitely just lock in and go for that race win. There's nothing you can lose with that, as now we see Ludwig doing a very solid race for SCP today. Mati Marden in P9, he's been a little bit disappeared in this season. Didn't quite have the good attention yet before, but as we see Ludwig, that is American, now just making a huge mistake there. As we see Hunandi now in P10, correct on the hard tire, so going for something different. Same with Piscione here, racing for Flow Force. But there is very interesting now how things are going. But as we see now, the field definitely very spread. quite a different story from what we saw in Easter Island a week ago. As yeah, that was a lot more chaos. I'd say the rain was really not necessary in order to make things interesting. Because actually in the end the rain did really do nothing in terms of shaking up the results. But yeah, today there's no rain at all, and maybe the rain could have appeared to just make things more interesting now. But as we see everyone really just racing in single file. But now we see, oh my god, Ludwig, with a bit of a dive bomb there on Mati. And yeah, could have probably been a little bit cleaner there. And then we see here Hernandi and Albono. I say probably Albono is probably not minding slipstreaming Hernandi here, even if he has a faster tire, because Hernandi is that fast. But yeah, it's just that he was caught in the chaos. And yeah, in the meantime, we see still, ooh, Mati maybe having a look there. But yeah, in the meantime, at the front, obviously everything is completely chilled out here. It's just a pure pace battle between these drivers. We see Ozzy's been getting closer to Yola. And then we see, oh my god, Member got losing a lot of time. Then we got Corey, ooh, he had a bit of a solid lap there. But yeah, it's very interesting to see the lap times, because that really gives us a good picture, a much clearer picture, who is really the fastest driver here. And now we see, we got F1 fan now with Corvid. F1 fan who pitted a lap later, so he might be more inclined to now try and overtake the Australian. As in the meantime, Membergot has been caught up now by Flix and is really struggling in terms of pace. As yeah, Yola also really just quite far from Figueroa in terms of pace as well. Okay, let's see, will Flix now try and make a move on the Dutchman? The main thing here is that this is Membergot's track, he was the one who made this one. But really is crucial to tell that this is actually a real life circuit and not a fictional one. It's just that it's probably not as known as other traditional tracks. But I think amongst people from New Zealand it should be a famous one. I'm not sure if this is the track where they do that sort of Formula 3 series, like that winter series type of thing, where sometimes we do see some talent coming in from Oceania. But yeah, as we see it in here, Yo is now just ahead of F1 fan because F1 fan has not pitted. And interesting to see here, the Romanian actually just opting to go for 8 lap stints. And I wonder what he's planning here. He might potentially try and save a pit stop, because I don't think that just extending these stints for one more lap is gonna be good for him. So he needs to be thinking of doing something different, perhaps saving a pit stop. But yeah, in the meantime we see Hernandi now starting to make his strategy maybe work just a little bit better. But the main issue is that a lot of the drivers who are ahead of him have pitted already. So I don't think Hernandi is gonna be exactly in a good situation. Also, another thing that is crucial is the constructors battle for second place, because yeah, LSA is definitely losing points to SCP today with Ozzy in third place. But yeah, as you can see now, we're starting to see the drivers then picking the mediums, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, some still opting to go for the soft tires, but yeah, I wonder though if Ludwig remembers that he needs to pick a different tire compounds, because that is a crucial thing. But either way, we see Lexus here on the hard tires, maybe not looking to battle. I think Ludwig though, considering his experience, he might be more prone to battle, so I guess we couldn't watch him here. He's been racing alongside Matimar this whole race, and it just seemed like the Polish driver did went for an undercut. And yeah, we see, yeah, there he goes, Ludwig then going up things side here. Can he survive both of them? I think Matimar knew that he had to back off there, because otherwise it would be very difficult for Ludwig to give him space. And yeah, then I think because the drivers might also be... Ooh, Ozzy and Flix. I don't know what happened. Maybe Flix went for an undercut or Ozzy made a huge mistake. Because yeah, this is a title fight right here. Between Flix and Ozzy. As we see Ricky Boy beating. That was very weird. I saw him going sideways. Ooh, but I guess he's leaving the server. So, got in our first DNF of this race. We now got 16 cars on track then. But man, this race has really been a very cool down type of race. Let's be honest, that beginning was quite interesting. We saw Flix just falling down, but now he has managed to recover. Getting himself now into P4, battling for third against Ozzy. But yeah, I guess Flix now just happy to stay behind the Polish driver because Ozzy has the soft tires and I think he's clearly faster than Yo, as we see. I think Yo must have messed up in this previous lap. Or maybe Ozzy just cooked quite a lot here because he was actually even faster than Figo. Although of course it is important to mention that Ozzy does have the soft tires while the others still have the mediums. And I guess by these points the soft tires are still the tire to go. And yeah, as we see, oh my god, Figo's pace has definitely dropped a little bit, it seems. From what I'm seeing in these last couple of laps. Maybe on the very next lap he can actually gain. But yeah, so we see then here Ozzy just getting very close to Yawa. This will be very crucial as well. The more points Ozzy can gain on Flix, the closer it can be to him in the standings, of course. Just stating the obvious out there, but as we see now, Ozzy then pits. And now he goes for the mediums, so he's respecting the two-tire rule. But now the main issue is that he's going to be right behind Carvid and F1 Fan, and now this is going to be a crucial moment of the race. Can Ozzy now get the move done on the Romanian drivers? We see they're going side by side. F1 Fan now lets him pass, but now Carvid though, he's always going to be a different story, as we all know here. We got Ozzy then going up the inside. Can that work against the Aussie driver? And yes, it can. So we got the Ozzy on Ozzy overtake. And now that he goes, this is crucial, as he's going to be doing at least a 2-lap undercut on Flix. So yeah, Flix probably not going to be on Ozzy's slipstream once he leaves the pits, I think, unless something happens to Ozzy. But as we see now, Figueroa's gap has really not been extending all that much, I'll be honest, but it is still 3 seconds, which is still very comfortable at this point. So we see then Figo going for mediums again, Yo as well. Now as we see, ooh, look at Ozzy. Now he's going to be taking second place, so not only he got himself way ahead of Flix, but he also managed to pass Yoa, so this may be a major win now for the Aussie, but now he needs to have the pace on older tires, and that's going to be a huge test for him now. And this, in a certain way, this benefits Figo, because the others might essentially run into traffic even though they are battling for position. In the meantime, we see here F1 Fan now trying to get past Nandi, as he clearly does have the fresher tires. Nandi just trying to hold on those hard tires. These tires are quite old. Then we see here some potential battling. No, I guess Albano is going to the pits in the end. But yeah, it's really been hard to spot the battles here today. But we need to definitely watch this now. For second place, we see Ozzy and Yo are now close together. And I'm guessing that Yo is going to try and get past the Polish driver here. Let's see if that's going to happen or not. But yeah, as it stands, Ozzy would be winning 25 points, while Flix, I think, would be a bit less. Would be maybe 20 points or 19 points, something like that. I think it would be 19 points. So yeah, as you see, yeah, Yo definitely wants to switch. Maybe Ozzy may not want to do that, but I guess the faster they do that, the better it would be, because Flix is right behind now, and I think, yeah, Yo is definitely not going to be happy with that. As we see him now, oh my god, yeah, Yo is just dropping off. I hear now we see he's gonna be close to Flix. Maybe Ozzy can gain a little bit from this now. But no, they are all on that extreme range. But yeah, just trying to see. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. It's 19 points they're gaining for being in P4, so it's a bit different from the game's point system. But yeah, as we see then here, we got these 3 drivers. Then we got some other drivers as well, Ludwig and Matimar. But the thing is though, I don't think anyone is really battling each other. They're all just being very chill. So I think now all of the heat is going to be more concentrated in here. As now just noticing there's some cows in the decoration there, friendly enough. But let's see now, Figo leads the way, then we see his teammate Flix just trying to pass all of these drivers. And actually let's just do something that is actually fun to do here. And that is comparing the lap times. And yeah, Ozzy actually gaining on Figo. I think Figo somewhat on having the best of pace. Perhaps he could have been challenged today if he just didn't have a very blessed start. But yeah, we see, or maybe it's just Figo who's just, you know, cruising today. But yeah, just keeping that 3-second gap. Ooh, now he actually gained a lot. So yeah, I guess now Figo decided to lock in. Maybe got told on the radio that Ozzy. Oh my god, what happened? I just completely missed it! Oh no! Oh my god, are you serious? We barely saw anything happening in this race, so now I feel like something big must have happened here. Cause yeah, look at Ozzy and Yoa, they seem to be very mad at each other. Now we got an Ozzy pitting. Probably did they ruin their races here? We got now Ozzy going for the hard tires. So he's pitting for the hard just ahead of Corey, which is very crucial. So yeah, there he goes then, Ozzy pitting for the hard tires, but I don't know what happened there. What could have possibly happened between Yo and Ozzy, because they just followed off. Well, Flix just took 2nd place and now just getting away. I think these two, it was Yo and Ozzy who just lost a lot of time here. But yeah, we see Ozzy clearly wanting to get past F1 Fan, but I feel like he should have been a little bit more patient. Just wait for him to go into the pits. Because yeah, going side by side, I think on those final 3 turns is going to cost you a lot of time. But yeah, Ozzy now Defty. He's going to be mad, I think. Both him and Yo, I don't know exactly who will be on the right. If there's even anyone who's right here, it could be just a racing incident, but you have to tell the problem is that by me not watching them, now they cannot really make any reports about this incident, which is, yeah, huge bummer. I was just watching Figo, and yes, it's hard to tell when something can happen, but yes, so it is then Ozzy then in P5 now. And Bergel still yet to make a pit stop. I think the others will make their final pit stops now. With 10 laps to go, yeah, there is exactly. Oh my god, Figo just hitting the pit wall now. This is going to be a crucial moment in this race. Because as we see, I think everyone's just pitting for the mediums here. And yeah, then Bergel. But yeah, we see now. Right here, Ozzy now behind Flix, so this is a major Flix win. Even if he does not win the race. And yeah, maybe Figo could cause further damage to Ozzy if he just lets Flix take the win, but I don't think he's gonna do that. I think Figo will be wanting to take this win. On the racer, I feel like he's not exactly the most dominant of him. Even though he's been pretty much leading every single lap. But yes, we see Flix just looking a little bit faster. Ozzy actually losing some time. But yeah, obviously, maybe not really losing all that much time. It's a 32.9. I believe that may have been fast. At least for hard tires. So let's see if Ozzy could still catch Flix somehow. As you see now, yeah, we need to compare the lap times, and no, that is definitely not happening. In the meantime, Yoa not gaining time on Ozzy, which is also crucial for the Polish driver, at least to some damage limitation. But as it stands, Ozzy would be losing 3 points on Flick, so the gap should now be 15 points. And yeah, with 2 rounds to go, yeah, this starts to get a little bit tricky for Ozzy to win the title. So things are starting to look really good for Flix, who's definitely been having a bit of a tricky season. That must be said, actually. He's not been able to win as many races as one would think he would be able to win. But yeah, he also had some share amount of bad luck as well. For instance, Eagles Are, where he crossed the line first, but the game put him second. Then there's also another instance, even in Interlagos, where he was side by side with Fatmi, and Fatmi took the race win. And then I think there was another time as well where Flix just was ahead of someone, but then the game put him behind. I don't remember exactly when. And of course, then there was the race that he missed in Singapore, which also, allowed for the others to just get a lot closer. But still, he has been consistent, and in the end, that is essentially what matters in order to take that title win. But yeah, as we see, Flix really showing that he was faster than Figo. Obviously, Figo not going to be exactly at his 100%. But yeah, as we see then here, yeah, Yoa, even on mediums, clearly not gaining on Ozzy, which really shows that Ozzy did have much more pace. But yeah, Yoa did came in on lap 1, a little bit crazy as well. Maybe the pink may have complicated things for him. And yeah, just caused a lot of chaos there in the end, and that just really just gifted Figo the race win, pretty much. Because as we see right now, Flix is absolutely beating the hell out of Figo in terms of pace. It's just that he just does not have enough laps to catch him, sadly for him, but yeah, really proving to be a lot faster in the meantime. Ooh, Yoa did got closer to Ozzy. Maybe the tire difference is starting to really matter more now, which does tend to happen once we start to get to the end of the stints. But you see again, another lap time comparison, and again another 1500s for Flix here. While between Yo and Ozzy, yeah, clearly now the difference is starting to appear on this final few laps, so maybe Yo could have a chance to catch Ozzy in this battle for third. I think Ozzy may have done a mistake there. Ooh, there he goes. Yeah, Ozzy's gonna be under huge pressure now with just 2 laps to go. I will see the one time just cruising and partying right at the end. But as you see now, just 2 laps to go then. Yo is right behind Ozzy. He wants to take that little step off the podium. Remember that Yo has never got a podium yet in his career, so today could actually be his closest chance to do that. So let's see, can he do it or not? As Yo has got a few P4 finishes, at least a couple of them. As you see Ozzy trying to close the door here, but Yo is persistent. He stays on the inside, but he gets pushed there. On the inside there, or maybe he just went himself. But as you see now, final lap of the race, Figueira is looking to win and show Flix how it's done. To win the race here today at New Zealand. And then we got Flix, then we just continue to extend that gap in the championship, but we need to focus here in this battle for third place, because I think this is the most exciting thing we have seen all race long. As we see now, Yo getting himself into the grass as Figueira then wins the New Zealand Grand Prix. Flix takes second. And now let's see who's going to be taking third. I think Ozzy will be able to hold on. I think he will. Yes, there he goes. And I think Yo is not going to be happy. Luckily, I do not have to... not going to make any interviews today. But yeah, a lot of frustration there for sure. I don't know what happened on that incident between Ozzy and Yo. And I'm really sad I just could not record it in time. But yeah, then we see here now Shunoni, the finished P11, and then you got the others here. And we see, oh my god, Albon and Biscione very close, but yes, so looking back at the results, it is Figueira then with his first race win of the season, with Netflix taking second, extending that gap even further. Now it's 15 points between him and Ozzy, finishes third. Then you got Yao once again just very close to the to his first podium of his career, but just not quite there. Then you got Menberg got P5, followed by F1 who takes the fastest lap. And then we see Corby there in P7, followed by Hernandi. Then you got Ludwig in P9 there for SCP. Then you got Matimar closing in top 10. Then we see Juroni finishing P11, followed by Nikhil, as we then see Lexus, Mika Tomika, Albono, then Biscione here competing in the grid, as we got Ricky Boy DNFing today. So that is pretty much it for today's race. I cannot do any interviews, I need to leave, but either way, that is pretty much it for today. Next week we're going to be racing on one of the classic tracks. Now it's going to be the final race with rain, I believe, in Silverstone. So we'll see you there. Until the next time, and goodbye.